As a teacher, even with the best of intentions, it can be difficult to find the time to engage with academic research. To support teachers in this, I've summarised this paper, Autism and the UK Secondary School Experience, by Dillon, Underwood and Freemantle 2016, in order to help people learn a little bit more about some of the populations within school and their experience. This paper is particularly important because it's a population at risk of marginalisation, and voices of the students are particularly key. The paper is about mainstream experience of autistic secondary children compared with age-matched and gender-matched, typically developing population. Why is it important? Well, the existing literature exposes 4 key areas of impact: social skills, perceived relationships with staff, general school functioning, and interpersonal strengths of the students. What we're interested in this paper is the comparative experience of pupils that are typically developing and with autistic pupils. How has this been explored? It's a mixed method design of self-reporting questionnaire and semi-structured interviews, gaining qualitative and quantitative data. We're interested in whether the experience is consistent across the 2 populations, and also what specific differences are happening. The school experience within the group is really important, and also between the group, and that's why it's self-evaluative. What were the findings of this paper? The quantitative findings illustrate that there's no difference of school experience between the groups. All 4 areas self-report no significant difference. Students with ASD report consistently as well, which suggests a shared school experience. This builds on previous studies such as Pfeiffer and Blakemore 2012 and Barton and Pavillanis 2012 that suggest increasing opportunities for varied interactions, both socially and academically, are important for development of communication of social skills and behaviours. Findings offer tentative support that mainstream schooling is good for autistic young people. The qualitative findings fall into 4 broad themes. Understanding of own behaviours is the first one. Self-reflective element within this one, with references to anger and how students can react when feeling angry. There was a number of specific examples that suggest this self-awareness, and what was particularly interesting is that a solution was suggested through one of these students in the form of anger management as perhaps a development of social skills or as part of PSHE. The next theme was relationships with school staff, which I found particularly interesting. Relationships with school staff were generally positive, and that is actually key to a child's positive conceptualisation of the school experience. They really need to have this positive connection to staff, as they are the figureheads and they are at the forefront of a child's experience. They can make a real difference. The students attributed caring and helpful as adjectives towards the staff, and one of the students quoting specifically that teachers know you and you can trust them. That idea of trust being particularly important. Group work and discussion were viewed really favourably, but it was very closely connected to the teacher themselves as being a strong practitioner. Students recognised when a teacher was able to use their words, control the class, and they also recognised when planning was a focus of the teacher and that the lesson was focused and people were on task. They preferred it when the class was quiet and in control. The third section was peer interactions and social skills. 12 out of 14 of the autistic students cited peers as being their biggest distraction in class. They just keep talking and talking, says one of the students. However, it might seem contradictory, but collaborative work was also a focus in terms of social skills and peer interactions. Students really valued that opportunity to foster friendships because they said that friends make them enjoy school. And actually, diversity of peers is a huge advantage of mainstream schooling and something that is a real benefit to students, autistic students. The fourth theme was the theme of homework. Now, perhaps unsurprisingly, there was little enjoyment expressed with the ASD population, very vocal about not enjoying homework, saying that it takes away from their time, many of them preferring to spend time gaming in terms of this population. However, homework support networks were really recognised as being an opportunity, and it was an important inclusive measure for students. In terms of strengths and limitations, the qualitative-quantitative element give detailed, multifaceted views of what this school environment is like. While it's only one school, the voices of the students are really vital for inclusive practices. It's easy to draw data from this data to improve other schools, to improve the wider school practices within this school, but also between schools as well. It's transferable practices, so it's something that we can use and disseminate broadly. Doesn't just need to be focused on this school. Thanks for watching.